Oh shit. I am out of cigars. They were fucking what? Yep, I gotta run out to the car. Go grab me some cigars. Ain't that BS? It's a good thing we got some videos to review today anyways. So I'm gonna slide over to that while I go get these cigars. That way y'all ain't bored in my absence. Well, I shouldn't even told y'all. I should have just started the videos. We'll come back to the buy me a coffee in a minute, cause you know how that goes. You dig? Y'all keep yourself entertained, do a little bit of networking. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Appreciate Estrella Garcelle for coming in. How you doing, Estrella? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing good. But yeah, give me 1 second and I'll be right back with you.
Can be quite relaxing.
Everybody run for your lives! The Grim Reaper is tending the garden with you! Grim, you're...
Attorneys for the federal government are arguing that the nationwide ban on marijuana consumers owning firearms is constitutional and should remain in place. This comes after a Texas court ruled cannabis users cannot be barred from owning firearms.
Now, you asked if it is illegal to have a medical marijuana card and own a gun in Arizona. And the answer may surprise you.
The short answer is no, can't.
Pick one, medical marijuana or owning a firearm. That's the decision thousands of Ohioans will have to consider.
This is the Section 11E of the ATF form that we're talking about. If you use marijuana, you cannot purchase a gun.
New tonight at 6, now that recreational marijuana has been legalized in New York State, we've gotten a lot of questions from you.
Some of you have asked about claims that consuming cannabis could impact your right to buy a gun.
The claim goes like this. Is it true if you buy marijuana at a dispensary in New York State, you will not be able to buy a firearm?
But as you guys can see, no matter what state you're in, it's definitely a tricky topic when it comes to medical marijuana patients and your 2A rights. Does the fact that you use one mean that you gotta give up the other? One is a guaranteed right under the Constitution, right? And there are a lot of medical patients out here who are using medical herb for a lot of different reasons. What we're gonna do today is have a look at this in detail, but we're also gonna have a look at some of the moves that have been made by governors and groups across different states that advocate for your 2A rights in these situations. But let's start off right here with the question, should medical patients be allowed to own firearms?
Texas court ruled cannabis users cannot be barred from owning firearms. It's going to bring in Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rose to break down exactly what we're seeing here from some of these conflicting laws with the states.
Conflicting is an understatement, and so start with this prosecutor in Pennsylvania, his attempt to say, look, they have medical marijuana in Pennsylvania. I carry my medical marijuana card, but as a requirement for me to get this card, it's saying that I won't be able to own a firearm because they cross-reference my name and show that I am an active user of marijuana. And that could, even though the state legalizes, the federal government's argument is that you are, and they said in their complaint, you are consistently violating federal law every time you use it. And they list a number of reasons as to why they don't think it's a good idea for a person to have a firearm and smoke weed. Specifically, they say it deters you from making right decisions, that you're unaware of what you're doing. I mean, they list a number of things, but he shoots back and says, I don't think that there is the science to support what you guys are saying, and the Constitution doesn't support it. And then you get to the Texas case, which their court down there in the Court of Appeals basically said, we don't have a history of doing that. And why do they keep saying we don't have a history of doing that? The Supreme Court, most recently in Clarence Thomas, is the one that's spearheading this approach, is saying that the new angle when you look at these types of cases is, do we have a historical approach to not wanting folks, these type of people, to have firearms? Domestic violence victims, yeah, we have a history of not wanting that. But drug users, is there history there? The courts have said no.
Yeah, the connection on this type of thing. But, you're talking about the Supreme Court, but Clarence,